What's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another quick post-fight discussion video for Mackenzie Dern versus Randa Markos. All right, y'all, man, real quick. I'm a fan of Randa Markos. I feel like Randa Markos, I've always felt like she's kind of got the raw end of the deal, with a lot of situations in the UFC as far as her career. She's been on the wrong end of a lot of decisions in her career as well. But, I've always been a fan of her. I feel like she's a down-to-earth fighter outside of the octagon. And then when she gets in there, she's a killer. But at the same time, I feel like there's been moments where she doesn't level up. And I knew that going into this fight, though I was going for Randa, I knew that Mackenzie Dern was going to be too much for her at some point, if she didn't level up, which she didn't. She didn't take advantage of her experience and her octagon IQ. That's why, Mackenzie Dern said, I'm going to make this statement. I'm on weight this time. I'm focused, and I'm coming to make a statement, and I tell people this all the time, ignore all the hype behind Mackenzie Dern, but Mackenzie Dern, whenever she's on weight and she's focused, she's dangerous. She's very dangerous. And I think that the tier that she's in the strawweight division, she gives a lot of those ladies hell, or she beats a lot of them. And, she definitely proved that against Randa Markos with a quick submission via armbar. And I mean, watching her do it, watching her go through the motions, for me, I thought it was like a work of art. I thought it was a very good, like an instructional video, because I'm somebody that wants to get into BJJ. That's still on my bucket list. I was going to do that this year, but 2020 was a bust. But actually watching Mackenzie Dern make those moves and those transitions on the ground, I was like, yo, she's really a beast on the ground, man. Like, just her movement, just her fluidity. It was just it was amazing to watch for me. I mean, just going back and looking at the first round, right away, Mackenzie Dern, she came in with that pressure, and this is that remedial striking that is still effective somewhat for Mackenzie Dern. She'll come in there with her eyes closed and head down, kind of lob those right hands, but they connect sometimes. If somebody kind of feels overwhelmed and intimidated by that, they'll get caught by one of those shots. But Randa Markos, right away, she went on the back foot and she avoided these shots. And right away, I was like, okay, Mackenzie is coming in with that wild pressure. So Randa Markos, all she has to do is use lateral movement and, time her and pop that jab in the face. Continue to pop that jab in the face if she comes in there wild like that. But Randa Markos had different plans. So as Mackenzie Dern stepped in with this wild head kick, she threw this wild head kick, she slipped and fell. Randa Markos, in my opinion, should have let Mackenzie get up. But instead, Randa, her first instinct was to go to the ground with Mackenzie. So right away, like I said, big mistake. Mackenzie Dern locks in this triangle, and much like the Silva fight, Randa, she's in this sitting position for an armbar or a triangle. And this is where Randa, to me, she should have tried to break out. She should have just tried to break out, go back to standing. But Mackenzie Dern, like I said, she was quick to transition from that side mount to a full mount. And just, again, watching her do this, man, it was just impressive. I can't lie. I mean, the way she separated Randa's right arm and pressed Randa's head down and got her leg over her face and then locked in the left arm, it was just crazy, man. Like, she was just doing it so simply. Like, okay, this is how you do this is how you do that. And then you extend this arm. And then if they don't tap, you just hammer fist them to the stomach, soften them up, and you extend that arm. And they tap. And that's what Randa did. She tapped all in those, like it was just like an instructional video. Like I said, she did all these little points and steps, and Randa just tapped. She got the result she wanted. So yeah, man, I was just impressed really by Mackenzie Dern's focus, outside of the octagon in this fight. She came in on weight. She looked ready to go. She didn't look depleted this time. Her body looked good. And that's why I'm telling people, and when you ignore all that hype, Mackenzie Dern is definitely a fighter that if she keeps putting the tools together, she'll be a threat. She could definitely, I won't say definitely, but she'll possibly make it to the top 5 by the end of 2021. If not by the end of 2021, maybe 2022, but she just has to keep that focus up. But as for Randa, like I said, man, she's 10-10 now. I don't know if this was just another way for the UFC to try to make sure she loses so they could cut her. I hope she gets another chance, because, I mean, you got a lot of other fighters that are 0-4 right now. So I'm really hoping that they decide to keep Randa a little bit longer, because she's still a very experienced fighter. Even at 10-10, I think that she still has a lot to offer the UFC, man, because, like, all around, I think she's a pretty good person, and still a very solid fighter in the ranking that she holds. But yeah, man, let me know, guys, what y'all think from here as far as Randa Markos. What do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to cut her from here? And Mackenzie Dern, do you think Mackenzie Dern, do you think she's going to be a threat? Do you think she'll be a complete mixed martial artist within a year or two? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.